Alright guys, welcome back to another video. I know I was planning on making one yesterday, but I've been having some little internet issues with connection and all that, but so far we're working okay at the moment. So far we're working okay a little bit, but I don't know how long it's going to go. Hopefully I can get this video out before it starts messing up again, but if I don't get this video out today, it probably will be until tomorrow. I'm planning on live streaming again tonight, but if it doesn't happen tonight, it'll either be tomorrow or Wednesday night. But hopefully we get back to our normal condition. But let's talk about MotoGP. The race. Marc Marquez, once again dominant. Make any mistakes. Now goes into the next race, 142 points clear ahead of his team, ahead of his brother, Alex Marquez. And Pecco Bagnaia is just not having the season that he's been having. The double two-time world champion. It's been kind of a struggle. His only win this year came back at Texas. I want to say back in March. So it's been kind of a struggle for the two-time double world champion. But the most struggle of them all is basically Jorge Martin. The reigning world champion has not had the best season, and looks like will not be defending his title this year. And I think we know who's going to win this year. It's going to be Marc Marquez. So yeah, Marquez has been on a roll. A 9th consecutive win, I think. Might be a 10th. Can't really remember. Might have to check real fast. But yes, another consecutive win from Marc Marquez. Meanwhile, the battle for second is close between Alex and Pecco. I know it's not close enough, but if if Pecco continues to finish ahead of Marc or Alex, then I think Pecco could get second place in the MotoGP World Championship. But if Alex continues to outperform Pecco Bagnaia, then it's Alex Marquez who will take second place in the World Championship. Meanwhile, Marco Bezzecchi slowly starting to close in on Bagnaia for third, but I think Bagnaia is still a good rider. He's a two-time world champion, but we'll see how that goes into later on in the season. Now let's do a little preview ahead of next Saturday night, possibly next Saturday night. Depends on how the weather cooperates. We head to Daytona for the regular season finale. 2 spots still remain between Tyler Reddick, Alex Bowman. Must-wins are Ryan Preece, Kyle Busch, and Ty Gibbs. So they're in a must-win situation. Chris Busch can still get on points, but he thinks he's also in a must-win situation. But yes, we now head to Daytona for the regular season finale. But it depends on when we race Saturday night or Sunday night. Depends on how the weather is looking. It's not looking too great for Saturday and Friday. No one thinks the race will be back in action. But for those 2 days, it looks like possibly with a chance of rain, we might see them postpone the races. But we'll see. Let's see. Anything else? F1. Let's talk about F1 for a little bit. We already know that their summer break is coming up to a close. They got 2 weeks left on their summer break. We know they will return on August the 31st at the Dutch Grand Prix. Hold on. Sorry, I get a drink fast. So we know they will return to the Dutch Grand Prix. I just got confirmation that Max Verstappen's already focusing on 2026, not worried about the rest of the 2025, knowing that the championship is basically over for him and the whole Red Bull family. But let's talk about McLaren real fast. McLaren with Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris, the top 2 in the World Championship. They've been dominant. They've only collided once, and that was the Canadian Grand Prix back in June when Lando Norris made a bonehead move to try to go around the on the inside. Ayrton Senna says, if there's no longer a gap, you're no longer a racing driver, like Ayrton Senna said. And there was no gap there for Lando Norris, so he crashed out. But he's basically he's not putting pressure on Oscar, he's putting pressure on himself. Lando knows that he's trying to win a world title, but if he wants to do that, he's got to not make these mistakes and let Oscar make these mistakes. Ferrari, what a kind of tough season it's been for Ferrari. 0 wins, 2 pole positions, 1 in sprint, 1 in Grand Prix qualifying. Only a couple of podiums. That's not looking good for the Italian team, knowing that they have got to get the second half of the season right. Because if they don't, then they'll probably lose second place to Mercedes. And let's talk about Mercedes. Mercedes are back. George Russell and Kimi Antonelli. We know Antonelli's been kind of struggling the last couple of Grand Prix, but was able to get back in the top 10 since the Canadian Grand Prix back in June. But yeah, Mercedes are slowly regaining on Ferrari, knowing that Hamilton did not score points at Hungary 3 weeks ago. So yes. So and then Red Bull are struggling now. Like, they are struggling. They might finish 4th in the constructors. Their worst constructors finish. Their last worst constructors finish was P3 of 2019 and then 2024 of last year. So yes, it could be a P4 result for Red Bull, but we'll see how Yuki Tsunoda can do in the second half of the season. Williams, what an impressive result by Williams. I mean, what a season it's been for Williams. They are having like probably one of the best seasons they've had since 2017 to finish, to be up this high in P5 in the Constructors Championship. And then of course we got, P6 is, I think RB, 7th is Aston Martin, 8th is Kick Sauber, 9th is Haas, and of course 10th is Alpine. So at the moment, it's looking good in that midfield team, but we know McLaren, they'll probably wrap up the constructors. Who knows what round? Probably like round 17, 18, because they have a big constructors championship lead. No one can stop them. The only drivers that have stopped them so far this year, well, the only 2 drivers that have stopped them this year, are Max Verstappen and George Russell. Can one team do it? Can Ferrari stop them this year in the second half? Me being as a delusional Ferrari fan, I think they can. Y'all can say whatever you want to me in the comments. I will reply saying I am not delusional because I am a Ferrari fan. Yes, I am not delusional. Yes, so with that being said, I'll just be wrapped up. Daytona preview and a little F1 talk ahead of their almost their end of their summer break. And yes, we'll be talking about more Daytonas tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday before the qualifying session. So thank you guys for watching, and have a great day. Stay safe, and peace out and good morning, everyone. Also, friends in college are still doing great. They're still doing good. So yes, peace out, everybody, and have a great the rest of your Monday. See y'all later for tonight's live stream. Peace out.